Okay, last week in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Wolf Cola, a public relations nightmare. Oh, this is one of my favorite topics, because if anybody out there listens to this podcast that used to listen to my old one, I have gotten into many heated arguments with my co-hosts and other guests because they wouldn't agree with me on the fact that you have to watch what you say if you are like the face of a company. Mm-hmm. And this happened around the time of the whole Amy's Baking Company fiasco and the way that they handled it. And they're like, no, that's not true. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Look, it's happening right in front of us. And they're like, no. Well, now Always Sunny in Philadelphia did a whole episode about it.
Yes, they did.
Basically, Frank comes in with a gigantic bag of cocaine. Okay. And here's
I love
the thing.
That's how the episode starts.
Right. And here's the thing. In my younger years, I've done cocaine. Sporadically. It's too expensive of a drug for me. I have never once seen anybody snort cocaine right out of a bag, especially a bag that big. I've never seen a bag of cocaine that big.
I mean, that was like a sandwich bag. Yeah. Just full.
But anyway, he comes in, he's doing cocaine. And how crazy is it that we have a sitcom that shows like illicit drug use like that? I remember whenever that 70s show.
He walks up to the bar, he just buries his nose in it, and then the camera pans over and the rest of the gang is there, and they've been there the whole time.
I remember like that 70s show thinking, wow, this is really progressive because it's alluding to them smoking weed. I never actually showed it, but it showed like Eric Foreman being high and everything. Right. And now we've got, Danny DeVito snorting cocaine out of a Ziploc bag on top of a bar on FX2 or whatever the channel is called.
FXX.
Yeah. So anyway, they ask him, they're like, so how's your Wolf Cola thing going? Oh, he's like, oh, it's going great. It's selling
Boca Raton
in Boca Raton, Boca Raton, Florida.
Yeah.
He thought.
Yeah. Boca Raton is what he keeps saying. Oh dear.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Coffee went down the wrong pipe.
But then they like, well, just have a look at this.
Yeah, they turn
the TV on, and they're talking about Boko Haram, the terrorist organization.
Yeah, getting on some jihad stuff, but it's like, Wolf Cola is our fuel, and he like drinks it and is like smiling at the camera. It's great.
Worst commercial ever.
Well, it turns out that Dee and Dennis are both executives in this company.
They didn't know. They didn't know that they were executives.
Yeah,
but Frank, I mean, he's trying to do a good thing. It's a family company,
right? So they have to go and make a statement. All right. And also he talks about his business, Frank's Fluids, which is a terrible name for any business ever. And talks about Fight Milk.
Yeah.
Which, did I miss an episode where they made Fight Milk, or is that just something
it was happened? Years ago.
Okay. Because I guess Charlie and Mac.
Yeah.
They made Fight Milk. I guess that was like their thing with the power of the protein.
They're fucking like mashing up dead crows and putting them in milk or something.
Yeah. The power of the crow. And anyway, they find out that it's like really popular amongst some UFC fighters. Mm-hmm. So that sets the stage for the two stories.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got Dee and Dennis and Frank trying to fix the public relations nightmare, and then you've got Mac and Charlie with the Fight Milk.
Yeah.
All right,
they're trying to make Fight Milk the official drink of the UFC.
Yeah, just by proclaiming that it's the official drink of the UFC. So they go on TV, Dennis, Dee, and Frank, and for a while it's going good. Dennis is talking, and you see the tweets at the bottom, and they're all like, hey, I like this guy.
I did love that they had the scrolling bar of tweets.
It's like, go Wolf Cola. This guy seems really professional.
Yeah.
And just all that kind of stuff. And then
Dee
opens her big fat fucking mouth.
She's such a bird.
She's such a terrible person. And she's like, we apologize, we accept full responsibility. And then all of a sudden the tweets at the bottom are just like, fuck this girl. Who's this?
And then Frank comes in with his facts about Boko Haram and how they're not that bad.
Right. And so now they've got a new public relations nightmare.
It's even worse.
Right. So Dennis tries to explain to them, hey guys, we can't accept responsibility, we can't apologize. Frank, keep your mouth shut. They go on the next day to try and fix it.
And Frank and Dee, to their credit,
they do good.
They both do really well.
And the tweets down below reflect that. But there's a dog in the studio.
Yep, there is a dog in the studio.
Licks Dennis's hand or something. And then he just goes off the
deep end. He goes off on a huge anti-dog
rant. Like
rant.
Eating a bucket of fried dogs or something.
It's just a dog. I should be able to go to a chicken fight and eat a bucket of dog.
Yeah. And so, he sticks his foot in his mouth this time, like, they're wont to do.
Yeah,
of course.
As they always do.
Well, meanwhile, Mac and Charlie go to the UFC gym, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a UFC gym.
I didn't even know that there was a UFC gym, but apparently it's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, and they're like the merch people for Fight Milk, and they go in and
they find the two guys that have been using Fight Milk.
Yeah, and they're in there
and they find out
and
why.
shitting all over themselves, all over the place.
They find out why.
Because it helps them cut weight for their weigh-in.
I love that they got those actual UFC fighters to play these themselves in this.
I didn't even know they were actual UFC people.
Yeah.
I don't really follow.
I don't either.
But
but yeah, one of them's just like sitting. He's got the stall door open. You just hear it.
Yeah. He's like, I puked on my dick. So anyway, they decide to rebrand as a weight loss supplement, but Charlie wants to market towards women. Mac, of course, is gay.
Yeah.
And obviously just really hates women.
Yeah.
But if I was raised by a mother that looked like his, I probably would be gay too. Just saying.
That's a really weird statement to make, but okay, we'll just roll right past that.
Anyway, so they go and they try to get the ring girls to drink it, and they're like, "No, it's your diarrhea milk," and he's like, "No, it's for men." And Charlie's like, yeah.
And he's just like berating them on their looks. And
so they reformulate. And they give it to the UFC fighters, and they're not puking. They're not shitting.
And then they introduce Fight Milk Classic.
Yeah, he's like, no, you got to drink Fight Milk Classic to puke. And he's like, there's a whole ground up crow in the new Fight Milk. And then Fight Milk Classic has the eggs and the fecal matter.
Yeah,
in it. Well, the UFC fighters, they tell Mac and Charlie that they're gonna kill them if they don't make their weight. So they go into the weigh-in and they
make their weight. Yeah.
So Charlie and Mac run up to the front and they're like, "Fight Milk, we're the official
drink of the UFC."
They get thrown out.
Yeah.
And then I guess so. What happens? Because they end up on the news. Fight Milk does.
Yeah. Because the two UFC guys tested positive for HBH or human growth.
Yeah. Just steroids, it said like basically a number of banned substances. I don't know if it actually showed what they were.
Right.
But they were like, it's also another Philadelphia company called Frank's Fluids that makes it.
It's under the umbrella corporation of Frank's Fluids, which also owns Wolf Cola. And then they show Dennis's fucking anti-dog meltdown.
Yeah, I tell you, my favorite part of the whole show was when Dennis decides he's like, "We have," and then he puts down the timer. The big LED
the 24 hour
and he's like 24 hours, and she's and like Dee looks at him and she's like, "Is that why you made us wait while you went to Bed Bath & Beyond?" And he's like, "Damn right, bitch."
That was great.
So, what do you think of the new episode of Always Sunny? Do we do a good job summing up the episodes? Let us know in the comments below. Did you have anything to add?
No.